Minnesota's corn crop faced many challenges in 2024 due in large part to a very wet spring. The wet weather not only led to saturated soils and drawn-out plants, it also meant corn plants in many areas couldn't access needed soil nitrogen, resulting in lesser quality stands.
We know that some of the wetter parts of the state really had some challenges, and very specifically, places that got fall nitrogen were some of the areas that looked kind of tough. And so I think a lot of farmers are going to kind of have that in the back of their minds this year, even if that's a practice that you normally do.
Fall applied nitrogen is a common practice in many areas of Minnesota, which requires some additional management to prevent loss.
Simply because of the time lag between fall and next June when the crop gets going, there's just a lot of time for bad things to happen. And so I think really the key is to focus on the areas that are best suited if you're going to do fall nitrogen. I think after that, we always recommend putting on a nitrification inhibitor with anhydrous ammonia. We no longer recommend urea in the fall anywhere in the state from about Morris south, and so most of the corn producing parts of the state we really don't recommend fall urea at all. And then of course wait until the soil temperature gets below 50 degrees.
Delavan farmer Gary Pressure sometimes does fall nitrogen applications, but he knows conditions have to be right.
Waiting for that soil temperature to drop below 50 degrees is real important, number one. And number two, using a nitrogen inhibitor.
Many Minnesota farmers have switched from fall to spring and even split applications to maximize nutrient availability during the growing season and to reduce the risk of loss to the environment.
There's multiple reasons to consider spreading it out a little bit as much as possible and delaying as much as possible, whether you're doing it in the fall or the spring, so that it's more of it's around when the crop really starts to need it going into July and August.
We're in a situation now where there's a lot of scrutiny on what's happening with water quality, and so I think we just have to be really careful with the management in the fall.
This is Dan Lemke reporting.